with the galleries. I was like, what in the world is this? We good, Facebook Live? I'm looking for you. It wasn't well. I just want to try it.
This is gospel music 24/7.
But I do see Facebook Live now, so the opinions expressed on this show do not reflect the views of WB&D. However, Facebook Live, we are live in public. How y'all doing? The Ty and Cody on Purpose Show.
Did you know that?
I know, right? The Ty and Cody on Purpose Show is live, y'all. We are live on Facebook. Go ahead and share. Don't forget to share. Sharing is caring.
Unverifiable
I
information
think I'm going to go ahead and share now as well.
Charge-offs,
where you want to share to?
repossessions, bankruptcies, foreclosures, judgments. For more information, contact us at 888-466-6104. Again, that's 888-466-6104.
It's Ty and Cody on Purpose.
Ty and Cody Show with WB&D Radio.
It's Ty and Cody on Purpose. WB&D Radio.
Yeah.
Cody Show.
WB&DRadio.com.
Catch us every Monday at 8:30 p.m.
Live purposefully.
Love purposefully on Ty and
Cody on Purpose.
Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning.
Welcome, everyone.
Hey. Cody got me laughing before we even finished the daggone theme song.
Hey, that's how I do. And
apparently we got Fat Albert in the room here with the hey. Mr. Entertainment's in the building, y'all.
America's favorite baby daddy in the building. What's good?
Now, will your wife beg to hear that one?
Listen.
You America's favorite baby daddy.
Favorite baby daddy in the building, you know, because Father's Day right around the corner, so we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that later. Because we got to talk about Mother's Day.
I wouldn't hold your breath.
And see how everybody's Mother's Day went. Y'all, we are live back on the air. Facebook family, welcome. Tune in family, welcome. WB&D Radio family, most importantly, welcome to you. 803-692-6370 is the number in the studio. Why are you looking at me like that, Cody?
803-692-6370.
Yeah, for our Spanish speaking.
You know, hey, we international.
Because I sure enough don't know a lick of Spanish.
Sure you do.
Yeah. Un momento, por favor. That means 1 minute. I learned that when I used to work in the restaurant industry. They say, just say un momento. Tell them, just hold on just 1 minute. You can get somebody to help you out. Anywho, Ty and Cody on Purpose. We got a great show for y'all today. We'll be wrapping up the last couple of our 10 commandments of marriage today, y'all. We have a special guest who will be joining us later for the second half of the show.
Woohoo!
I am excited to talk to this young lady and hear about what she has to share with us in regards to the 10 commandments of marriage as well. Yeah, it is Monday the
15th.
15th. Yeah, you know I never know. I barely ever know what daggone day it is. It is Monday the 15th, and this year seemed to be flying by pretty quick.
It really is.
Last week our son had a birthday, and this week we just came from one of our son's chorus concerts, and tomorrow our daughter has a band concert.
Chorus concert though, what's that? Like a recital?
Well, yeah, you know the chorus, all the kids get up there and sing.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, and then next Tuesday another son has a daggone band concert. So Ty and Cody
we're busy.
Now, how is this going to pay off? Like, because I've always want to put my kids in stuff, but I got to get a return on investment. Like, what's the...
See, it helps them.
Well, the return on investment for them, though, is the experience.
Of what?
One, if you have a kid who tends to be shy, it allows them to kind of branch out there a little bit in the safety of around others, in my opinion. At least it helped me.
And they say kids who are actually involved in the arts are generally very intelligent.
That's true.
Listen,
I'm a product of that. I'm a product of that. That's true.
Yeah, I went to performing arts
school.
So
you was a little band baby?
She was a band baby. Yes, they say usually people who are in the arts, whether it be musically or fine arts or whatever, are usually very intelligent when it comes to their academic and as well as just them thinking outside of the box in general.
He is because he's a jack of all trades. So and he did what keys.
Yeah, I went to a performing arts school, so I had
Because
to
of band?
learn. Yeah, because of band. So
You
I
better
was
do it.
I was a percussion major, and then we had to learn piano theory and music theory and all this other stuff. And
Nice.
I started out playing trombone, and yeah, so
Okay.
yeah,
Listen,
all that
it
good
works.
stuff. It works.
I turned out pretty decent. I ain't had none of that, but hey, listen, it works.
Can't complain. Whatever
No.
works for you. Whatever
Right.
works for you. So yeah, y'all, we have a great show. So let's go ahead and get it started. If you have not joined the APLMC
Man,
Text
join the
Club,
thing, man.
join the Text Club. What's taking you so long? Very simple. All you have to do is text the letters APLMC to the numbers 81680.
Right there.
As Mr. Entertainment says,
See,
it's
I'm pointing
actually
to
sitting right here,
Yeah, see?
right there for
I
those who
finally
are
got my
looking
point.
online. Or if you have not downloaded the WB&D Radio app, again, what's taking you so long? Just pick up your phone, go to the Google Play Store or the iTunes Store, and go ahead and download the WB&D Radio app so you can actually take a listen to WB&D, the Ty and Cody on Purpose show, and a host of other shows that come on WB&D, as well as good inspirational music, 365 all year long, 24/7. And you can actually catch some of our previous shows on the WB&D Radio app, as well as on iTunes and the Google Play Music Store as well. You know, we try to get it in. We try to, give you all a opportunity to reach us and listen to us and be encouraged all day, every day in some form or fashion, whether it be the Text Club or whether it be the WB&D Radio app. Tune in to Ty and Cody on Purpose every Monday from 8 to 9 p.m. Don't forget to share for those who are watching us on Facebook. So let's start with our joke of the week. Cody's looking at me funny because earlier I didn't have a joke of the week until like 2 minutes before Mr. Entertainment said, you're live on air. So I got a joke of the week,
Oh,
y'all.
good.
Ha 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 ha. Yes. And whether it's funny, I don't know, because again, like I said, I just got the joke maybe like a minute and a half to 2 minutes before we actually came live on air. So Cody,
Meaning you just understood it, or meaning you just read it?
don't be a hater.
You have a title for it?
Don't be a hater. Yes, this one is Shoe Shine. Let's call it Shoe Shine. We're going to call it Shoe Shine.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Let's roll.
A man walks into the barber shop and says, I'll have a shave and a shoe shine. The barber lathers his face and sharpens the straight edge, while a woman with the biggest, most beautiful breast he has ever seen kneels down and shines his shoes.
Come on, boobs.
The man says, you and I should spend some time in a hotel room. She replies, my husband wouldn't like that. The man says, tell him you're working overtime and I'll pay you the difference. She says, you tell him. He's the one shaving you. Yes! With my bell, ding, I got a winner.
buddy.
Can you imagine that though?
Dude.
Can you imagine sitting there getting the shoe shine and the shave, and you see this attractive lady, she come in, buffing your shoes,
Yes.
got you looking all good, and there you go flirting.
And you talking about the old-fashioned razor, right?
Right.
The one with
That one that you
from
you
Color
know,
Purple. When see, there you go.
that you sharpen with a leather belt.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
That's the best one ever, Ty.
And
Yeah.
I gotta give it to you. That's the best one.
I have to give it to you, baby.
maybe I
That
need to
was
find the
good.
jokes right before the show, and then y'all see. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I tried today. Where's my Facebook family who always gives me my props? Where's Eric? Eric usually
Give him the hearts, man.
Exactly.
He
It gives me
deserve
the
it.
hearts on the joke of the day. I got my joke of the day in. Ha 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 ha. So let's move on to our hot topics, y'all. Today I was actually talking to my mother, and she said, she was like, where do you get your days of the week or your days of the days or whatever she calls them from? And I was like, I don't know. I find them online and I get them from a website. And then she was like, because there's a commercial that plays down in Florida, and it's a law commercial, and she says every time the law commercial comes on, they talk about whatever day of it or day of the week it is, or so forth, and it's usually something that, like, she's like, well, it sounds familiar for what you cover on your show.
But you can't give your sources, man. You're supposed to be like, hey, they're unique.
But that ain't where I got my, so I ain't think about them.
Oh.
So that's why I haven't told you where I got them from.
Trust you me, he keeps everything
Good.
close to heart, almost too close that he doesn't even share with me.
Like you, I keep you close to heart.
Ooh.
You must say, what?
Way to come back on that one.
You must say, what? Exactly. So
Got
speaking
her,
of
she
which,
done.
today is National Chocolate Chip Day, my chocolate chip. So my point of my story, my mother was saying, did you know it was National Chocolate Chip Day? And I was going, I don't know. She was like, well, what are you talking about this evening? And I looked at my notes. I said, yeah, it actually is National Chocolate Chip Day. So, yes, it is National
That's cool
Chocolate
for those
Chip
who
Day.
like chocolate chip.
Yeah, for in your cookies and I don't know what else would you put chocolate chips in.
That's about it. I remember when they first came out.
Wait, you remember when chocolate chips first came out?
Keebler, listen.
Oh, Keebler. I was about to say this.
Chocolate chip cookies.
But I was just talking about chocolate chips in general.
Oh, I was
you
talking
said
about
you
chocolate
first
chip
remember when
cookies.
chocolate chips came out. I was about to say, how old are you, Moses? Jeez Louise.
You got me on the Keebler one. I thought they've been around for a while.
Nah, they came out like the 80s or 70s.
Really? The
Yeah.
little three little
Yeah.
Keebler elves?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I did not know that. Well, see, you learn something new every
Let
day.
me give you the exact date while you getting that.
You learned it's National Chocolate Chip Day, and you learned that the Keebler elves been around since the 80s. Good job. Well, while he's looking that up, it is also National Love a Tree Day tomorrow. So if you are a tree hugger, is that a derogatory term? I know people used to be called tree huggers. You know, people were like, oh, you a tree hugger, because they was like saving the earth type people. So it is Love a Tree Day. So if you have a tree, love a tree. Go hug a tree. Go plant a tree. Go do something. We need more trees. Cody mentioned the other day, they are tearing down trees left and right to build what do you call them? Condos and mini storage units.
Yeah.
Like there's a mini storage unit, in in the South they used to say there's a church on every corner. Now there's like a mini storage unit on every corner.
That's true.
Yeah, so plant a tree for matter of fact. We were looking at people who were actually build houses and so forth, and it's interesting because now when you actually purchase a home and so forth, brand new construction anyway, they do actually give you trees sometimes just so you can have a
Poor
tree.
squirrels and deers, they don't have no homes anymore.
Right.
They be in your backyard. They be like, look, you tore down the trees, I'm living right here.
Outlaw. And if you do have an outlaw, go visit your relatives. It doesn't it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Just check on them, see how they're doing, tell them you love them, and then keep it moving. Then this is one that I will be celebrating on Saturday. National Be a Millionaire Day.
Holla.
Fake it till you make it.
Dude, I received
No,
all
we
that.
don't
No,
fake it.
we're not gonna fake it till we
No,
make it.
we
So how
don't
we
do
become a
that.
millionaire if you're not already a millionaire? We play lottery. Something.
That and with blood, sweat, and tears and hard work.
You're right. You got that right, because I'm trying to get there. So if somebody want to write a check out to me, I will give you my email address and my mailing address and the proper spelling. Today was Mother's Day. Cody. Yesterday was Mother's Day. We have no other mothers in the in the room, so I figured I might as well ask you, how was your Mother's Day?
Sure we do. We got some Facebook mothers out there that's
Yeah,
online with
Drita,
us.
Shalaza, Matisha. Yeah, how was y'all's Mother's Day? We'd like to know.
Mine was great. It was unexpected. I mean, the day was expected, of course, but the way in which we celebrated was unexpected. You did a fantastic job.
I try.
Thank you very, very much.
Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Drita, Gina, Matisha, Shalaza, Stats. All the mothers that listen to that are part of the Ty and Cody on Purpose show each and every week. We can't forget y'all. We love y'all. And happy belated single Father's Day to all the fathers out there that No, I had to do that because see, Cody was like, you can wait till Father's Day before you address that. For all the when Father's Day come around,
I support you.
When Father's Day come around, all the women that say, "Oh, I'm a father too." So I'm giving a shout out to all the fathers, single fathers that are playing that motherly role as well.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's
Nothing wrong. Nothing at all.
So I'm just giving them their shout out. Yeah. Happy belated Mother's Day, Rochelle. Thank you.
Until they start getting like all the way into the road, then it'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to man up a little bit. Just man up.
I always got to throw that plug in there.
Just man up a little bit. So is there because I posted this on social media earlier on Instagram and Facebook, so I really want to know, because I am curious, is there a competition when it comes to Mother's Day versus Father's Day?
Absolutely.
Why do you say so?
Oh, term competition?
Yes.
That's a bit strong.
Are you serious, Cody?
Yeah.
Mother's Day, next to, I forgot the other holiday, is the highest grossing holiday of the year.
Next to what? Probably Christmas?
Don't
people
quote
spend
me,
money?
but I know that is one of the largest. I think it's Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Did you know that? That's a did you know fact.
But
Father's
that's
Day
not
is the least.
competition.
Father's Day is lower than Easter. Easter eggs get more than Father's Day. I'm not lying.
You know what?
Easter baskets get more than fathers. Daggone Easter bunny.
We had a
Listen.
couple of responses via Instagram. Those who check us out on Instagram, the Ty and
We do
Cody
this
on
every week,
Purpose
too.
show. Nicole Shante says, I don't think so. If it is, it shouldn't be.
Right. It's not a competition. I think you all, because you're just competitive by nature, I don't think that's a fair term to use.
Cody, like, because we don't say nothing, we get cologne, we get a razor, a tie. Come
How
on.
did you start your sentence? What phrase did you use? Because we
I
don't
said
what?
we.
Because we don't what?
What?
Say anything. So whose fault is it?
Are you serious?
I don't see. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna be in between.
I gotta
here.
ask for new rims.
Just like you all say, y'all can't read our minds of what we want or how we're
But
trying to communicate.
Here's the thing, though, Cody.
Oh,
Okay, advertisement. You get advertisement for Mother's Day starting back in Valentine's Day. Father's Day, we get the Sears commercial the day or the week before. Get
Correct.
your father a brand new Sears Craftsman lawnmower or a tool belt. Mother's Day, we've been talking about Mother's Day. Go to Jared's, go
Zales,
get her
all
Zales.
that. Dude.
Get the relaxing massage envy. This, that, and the third. Or how about getting her this?
Listen,
Since
there's
Valentine's
competition.
Day.
Yeah,
So you can't say that it's an equal playing field when it comes to Mother's Day
And
versus
who controls
Father's Day.
media?
People. People.
No, I want to hear what the listeners got to say, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call in and vouch for
803
yourself.
Come on, ladies and gents. Let us know how you feel.
Ladies
Is it
ain't gonna
really
call.
a competition?
Real
Yes.
fellas, y'all need to call in and stop playing.
What do you mean, real fellas?
Real fellas know they don't. The ones that don't get nothing are the ones that don't call. They be like, look, I ain't been getting nothing. They don't need me saying nothing because I'm gonna be in more trouble than I'm already am now.
Then I would say, what do you want?
You know what? Y'all throw that little nookie out there and see y'all little man, y'all special. Y'all settle for a little nookie and y'all be like, yo, I'm good. No, you not good.
Right.
Get a gift.
So you
But we got to be specific on the gift. You got to be specific on the gift.
She is
Because
getting him. He
one,
about to fold.
I like that gift, so I'm not complaining about that gift. But if you get a tie or if you get a pair of socks, then you kind of
This dude
go,
gonna be butt naked with a tie. Can I get my gift?
hey, I want her butt naked with a tie. Here is your gift. There you go. That's the type of
You
gift
know
I
what?
like.
Well,
Jeez.
you said it.
You know what, Mr. Entertainment? You are setting me up.
Got him. He done.
You are setting me up. You are set because I got a quote. Matter of fact, because we're gonna get on you when we get into these 10 Commandments because of the gift that I gave my wife and how she did not accept it initially. She did
Great
not
cause,
accept.
though. I was thinking of everybody for the greater good. I was not trying to be selfish.
And
Because
understand,
you know
but
I
this
can be.
But we talked about this last week. Mother's Day is your day. Mother's Day, Father's Day is our day. So you should be selfish on your day. Just like you get your birthday, you get Mother's Day. You should be able to be celebrated for all the things that you do as a wife and as a mother.
I agree.
Throughout the year, and again, not only on Mother's Day, but year round, but specifically Mother's Day, because I'm not gonna lie, our kids. I had to give our kids a pep talk on just daggone signing the daggone Mother's Day card. Like, did you wish your mother or your godmother or your grandmother happy Mother's Day? Oh, I'm like, but don't you got birthdays? Don't you got Christmases? And don't you got all these other things that come along and they
don't do the homemade ones when they get older. Like kids don't do that when they get older.
See, and that's my other thing. Father's Day falls after school, so fathers don't even get the homemade
Forgotten.
stuff.
After school, they ready for
You
vacation.
can't blame that just on the school.
Hey,
Children can do projects at home. It doesn't necessarily have to be at
who
school.
created the school calendar?
Men.
No, wasn't no men. It was a woman on the school board.
And they be like, "What y'all getting, mom?" And they send little flowers home with the kids to give to mom.
Yes,
Sam
is
Lyon.
true.
See,
This is true.
they don't send
dads
nothing.
get. I'm gonna tell you what dads get. Dad get the dead pet at the end of the school year. You can take this pet home, dude. I'm hated.
Mr. Entertainment, did you really get a dead pet one year?
So my daughter come to me yesterday talking about, "Hey Dad, we're doing a raffle for the hamster at the end of the school year. I know I'm not gonna get it, but I hope I get it." I'm like, "Look, you see how they do?
Wow.
And that hamster's probably in there tucked under that little fuzzy stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a whole different show.
Dead yeah, that's jacked up.
Oh, he's asleep. Take it home.
I'll be in my feelings. Give me a dead hamster.
Tomorrow, when is gonna wake up?
Not like that.
He hibernating. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Listen.
Why isn't it like that? Yes, it's from a
Fathers
male's
get the
point of view.
bad bid, man.
Yes, we do. But we do just as much, if not more, in some cases. We do.
I'm trying to think about how much do we really do though, Ty. I'm really am.
I gotta give it to mine. He does a heck of a lot.
Okay.
He really does, from in the home as well as outside of the home. And I can say that too. I'm spoiled to a certain degree. So this one right here, he's a good one.
Jason says dads pay for Mother's Day gifts and Father's Day gifts because the mother will always get their money back. Man, see, thank you, Jason. Thank you. Somebody who's on our side. Jeez Louise. Let's go to the phone. Caller, thank you for calling the Ty and Cody on Purpose show. Caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is Laura Gethers. I'm calling.
Yes, Laura Gethers. How are you, Miss Laura Gethers?
I'm doing fine, and you?
I am doing well.
Great.
I'm glad you called
Welcome.
in during this topic. And this is our special guest. We will give you a proper introduction in just a moment. But you also replied to my topic about whether there's a competition versus Mother's Day versus Father's Day. And your response was, not in my house. We keep it simple and spend quality time together. Now, that was an interesting response to that, because I'm going, okay, and my follow-up question to you was that something that you all decided on ahead of time or after the fact? And you said... She said no.
It's something that we...
Go ahead.
No, it's something that we just did. That's how it worked out.
Wow.
It just happened to work out that way. So maybe next year, because I'm tired of spending $80 on Mother's Day cards that just go in the trash after anyway. Maybe we should just do what she does and just call it an even squash and just enjoy quality time with one another.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
That.
She said, "I'm not saying that."
But do what your wife like. That's what I'm saying. You gotta do what your wife like.
She said, "Do what your wife
do what your wife likes."
Smart woman.
Smart woman. Well, Laura, 1 second. We will get back to you in 1 quick second, y'all. It is that time. We will take our quick 30-second break. For those who are on Facebook, enjoy this quick commercial. We have a great topic. We're coming back with the end of our 10 Commandments of Marriage, y'all. We will wrap up with that today. 803-692-6370 is the number here in the studio. We got a great show, y'all. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. The Ty and Cody on Purpose.
Are you cooking tonight? Yes, if we're not going out tonight now. How was your day?
Fine. How was your day?
Fine.
Do you want to go to a movie?
I'm good.
Does this look like your marriage? Does your marriage feel strained?
Do you feel like your marriage is slipping away? Is your communication not effective?
Reboot your marriage with the Purposeful Life Marriage Coaching, where we're here to help guide and give you the tools you need to make your marriage healthy and successful.
Visit us at aplmcoaching.com.
Or you may contact us via email at coach@aplmcoaching.com, or give us a call at 888-466-6104. Live purposefully.
Love purposefully.
Because your marriage matters.
Are you cooking tonight?
Yes, if we're not going out tonight now.
How was your day?
Fine. How was your day?
Fine.
Do you want to go to a movie?
I'm good.
Does this look like your marriage? Does your marriage feel strained?
Do you feel like your marriage is slipping away? Is your communication not effective?
Reboot your marriage with the Purposeful Life Marriage Coaching, where we're here to help guide and give you the tools you need to make your marriage healthy and successful.
Visit us at aplmcoaching.com.
Or you may contact us via email at coach@aplmcoaching.com or give us a call at 888-466-6104. Live purposefully,
Love purposefully.
because your marriage matters.
This is gospel music 24/7. Ty and Cody Show. WBND Radio.
WBND Radio.
Good evening, good afternoon, good night, and good morning.
Welcome back, family.
Welcome back to the Ty and Cody on Purpose show. We are back live on the air on WBND Radio and Facebook Live.
What up?
We are excited to wrap up our conversation today, about the 10 Commandments of Marriage. Not only are we excited to wrap up our conversation today about the 10 Commandments of Marriage, we are excited to actually have a special guest on the line with us today. Let me tell you, I actually follow this lady on not only Instagram, but on YouTube. I had to play a couple of her posts to Cody and was like, babe, listen, this is especially one where she's talking about honoring your husband and paying more attention to what your husband says than what other people
Your friends
say.
are saying it was excellent.
Yeah, it was very excellent. So I am honored and privileged to have this young lady online with us to join in our topic on the Ty and Cody on Purpose show, Miss Laura Gethers of Love Harder Marriage Coaching.
Woohoo! Welcome.
Hello.
That's our sound effects. We a low budget show here. We a low budget show. No, I'm joking. How are you doing, Laura?
I am feeling great. I love the sound effect.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. So, Love Harder Marriage Coaching, huh? How did you come up with Love Harder?
Well, I had a very dear friend who helped me come up with the name. She asked me, what is it that I wanted everyone to know about marriage? And what did I think was the most important thing that we should do as husbands and wives?
Okay.
And I said to love harder.
Gotcha.
She said, go with it. And it doesn't mean that we aren't loving our spouse. It means that Jesus Christ loved us to the best, so we're still alive, so we could do a little bit more.
So, this is Moses. Where does the work and the love kind of differentiate? Because I've always was told to work harder. I like love harder. It kind of makes me feel like I got something else to do.
Well, you know, love is work.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
It is. Eventually, working harder to love your spouse harder. You have to study. You have to be able to love them the way that they desire to be loved, not the way that's comfortable for you loving them. Marriage is a lot of work.
Yes.
I guess if you do the love part, the work will come natural.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounds like.
Yes.
I like that.
And I always believe in working smarter, not harder. So, like she said, if you love them in the way in which they desire to be loved instead of the way that you choose to, I think that's working smarter, because then you wind up realizing that the love there it's easier, in my opinion.
And I think the outcome, you're guaranteed to reap what you've sown.
Exactly.
Because the receiver is definitely receiving something that they, how they communicate love.
Right. So you're loving harder. Yes.
I love it. Love it, love it.
Love it, love it, love it. Mr. Anything was like,
yeah, I was going to ask a question. I'm sorry, this is exciting for me. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was saying, you know what, my spouse seems to not had the amount of love that he needed at one time, and it seems like the more I try, it's like my love isn't appreciated. How can you get your significant other or your spouse to accept the love if they haven't received it either at childhood or growing up?
Wow.
I think it's important that the two of them, well, one, your friend understands how her mate's, what his love language is. And maybe he doesn't even know what his love language is. So it's best that both parties involved take the assessment to be able to understand, what does love, look like to me? Or how do I define love?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So let's get into our 10 commandments. We are wrapping up today. So for those who are just tuning in, we are talking about the 10 commandments of marriage. As I've explained the past couple weeks, this is actually adapted from a Dr. James Kennedy. And let's go through number 1 through 7 is where we 7 is where we actually started.
Recap.
We'll do a quick recap. Number 1. Thou shalt have no other human being before your husband and or your wife. Number 2, thou shalt put no thing before your husband or wife. Number 3, thou shalt not belittle, criticize, or find fault, but rather encourage your spouse in all ways. Number 4, thou shalt remember his or her day and keep it special. Number 5, thou shalt give honor not only to your father and mother, but to those who come before your father, who become your father-in-law and mother-in-law. Number 6, thou shalt not destroy the spirit within your spouse. And number 7, thou shalt give your passions only to each other, not another. So today, number 8, we're going to start with this one. And let me say this, Laura, happy belated Mother's Day. And the reason I start with that is because number 8 goes in to say, husbands, still not from your wife that which is her privilege to give. Wife, receive what he gives to you with gratitude. So I say that because yesterday was Mother's Day, as we all know. And I do my best to go all out for Mother's Day because I want my wife to know that she's appreciated and loved. She expressed a couple months ago that she was not able to get something that her heart desired because her money had to go elsewhere. I felt bad. So I said, when's the next holiday coming? It's either Mother's Day or our anniversary. So I went out and got it. She was like, no. So when she opened it, she was like, no. What are you doing? And you can't give me this. No, I refuse. Take it back. I'm like, but I'm giving it to you out of the kindness of my heart to let you know that I heard you when you said that, this is something that you desired.
You really
and 2,
did.
that you deserve it.
But did it come out of the we budget?
No, it came out of the me budget.
Because she thought about we, like, wait a minute.
No. I didn't think about the we budget.
Okay.
I knew, trust me, I followed the we budget very well. There was not a penny missing.
Oh, my.
So I knew it did not come from there. I came from a place of, oh my gosh, we have all these other things this year that requires significant resources.
Okay.
This can wait. I can do without this right now. It's not a necessity.
I'm confused. I'm like this, like, because he went to the desires of your heart.
He did.
And then it's like, after you get it, it almost like I can't speak for him, but for me, it almost take the sting out of what, dang, you know, I really wanted you to have it. And now it's like, not that you don't appreciate it. It's like, what did I do wrong?
Gotcha. Okay.
So-
I see that.
I mean, I don't know.
So Laura, how
Coach
would
me.
you handle this situation?
Coach me well.
Well, first, listening to both of you, I can see that she was thinking about the family. And she was being selfless in this situation. Like, I'm sure she was thinking, oh, I appreciate this, but I want us to be able to do these other things. And I know that this took from our budget. This took from our household. So it wasn't a lack of gratitude. It was being selfless and wanting the family to be able to enjoy the things that were already planned.
Gotcha.
That's true.
Gotcha. So if your husband gave you a gift and, you know, how would you feel though? Like, would you, you know, because you shouldn't, you know, you should be able to receive things that your husband gives you or and vice versa, that your wife give you. Don't trust me. If Cody was to give me a gift, I ain't giving it back.
We know, babe. We know.
Understood. And I will say, my husband, he was trying to determine what to give me. And I was a big headache, kind of like, no, I don't really need that, not right now. So I put it aside with Cody in this one because I was thinking about my plan, and so I really wanted that Fitbit watch. I'm like, I can get that later.
Right. But
yes, we had bought it. I would have used it, and I would have thanked him for it. But because he came to me first, and we had to talk about it, then I was able to say, no, let's work it on that.
Gotcha. So, see, and that's what I didn't do. I didn't go to her first. So I just went ahead and got it. And, you know, not saying you stuck with it, but, you know, like.
But she would have said no. If you'd have asked her, I think she would have said no. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would have.
So then that would have changed your heart.
It would have, because then I'd have been like, well, dang.
See?
So tell me this, babe. My reaction, how did it make you feel?
It didn't, honestly, it didn't turn me, it didn't, and maybe it was because of, I knew there was a sense of hesitancy, of excitement in there as well, so it didn't turn me off, but at the same time, had you been serious and really, really were like, here, take it back, I think I would have been a little disappointed.
Okay, so I know for the future, because I know the reason why he did not come to me prior to, because I also like surprises. You know, it's yeah.
I like what Doc said about you know, thinking about the family, because in your head, and I'm trying to do that as a man, think about, you know what more can we do with this money? And my wife kind of thinks that way. So I'm trying to kind of figure out, okay, when I do it, should I be thinking, okay, for now, later, you know, or should I think about the family? But that was your day.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
I
I'm
know a
saying?
lot of people say, well, it'll never be the right time.
Right.
Because it's never the right time to, quote unquote, splurge a little bit. So take it while you can. I'm just hoping that we'll still be, you know, self-sufficient and have our stuff lined up for what we got prepared later this year.
Listen.
Exactly. I'm with Jason. If it doesn't have a monthly note, Nicole, relax.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
It's just the whole spirit of gratitude that we like to give, whether you be a husband or a wife. Because again, to Laura's point earlier, you know, if you're speaking a person's love language and you're giving them something in which speaks to them, then hey, you know, I thought I was on my P's and Q's doing my job, because I know what your love language is, acts of service. Laura, can we ask, have you taken the love language assessment?
Yes, I have.
And what are your love languages, if you don't mind us asking?
I like to give and receive gifts.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you not only like to receive, but you also like to give.
I like to give.
Cool. Is that like something because you like to see like the person's reaction?
That's just my family. The gift.
Gotcha. Cool beans. Number 9, y'all. Here we go.
Thou shalt not bear false witness to each other. Be honest with each other. Dishonesty and unwillingness to talk through differences build up a silent wall which is not easily dismantled. The real self then refuses to be disclosed, and a couple may gradually begin to drift apart. Yeah.
So out of all the couples that you coach, Miss Gethers, is there a big issue with dishonesty in relationships and marriages? You would think there wouldn't be.
If that was one thing I could tell couples, it would be to be honest. Because once that trust is broken, it's so hard for your marriage to recover from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And it's not that, and that's, I think, one of the things that a lot of couples happen to think or see is that they feel like once trust is broken that it's unrepairable. Like you said, it's not that it's unrepairable. It is repairable. However, it is hard to start to build that back up because, as Cody just mentioned, you start to build up that wall. And if anybody has any, skill in masonry and, you're building up brick walls are not easily able to be tore down.
Or I even think of it as a tear, either a tear in fabric. And when something is torn, you've created a rift, right? And it takes time to get that needle and thread and slowly mend it back together. Not to say that it can't happen. It just takes time, patience, and work.
And if you don't work on it, that tear can become a major rip. That's big time.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. So you definitely got to make sure that you are honest with one another. And I think that's something that you should really live by. Like, to me, to be dishonest is so much work.
Dude, listen.
Yeah.
I like keeping it real. I remember back in the day when I used to add my lies on top of lies, and I forget what I lied about, and then I got to add another one to it. Then I'm like, wait a minute, did I say that? That's just too much work, dude. I'm sorry. You on it?
Thank you, Demeter. Demeter says, or if you break a plate, you just can't put it back the way it was.
Ooh.
That's right.
So in order to do that, you have to pick up all the pieces, and you got to find the little shards, and you got to do this, that, and the third, and you got to get the right glue, and you got to do all that stuff.
So is the baby ugly once it's broke?
What?
Wait, why that analogy?
I couldn't think of another one.
Another one?
Because I like what she said. Once the plate is broken. So watch this. When you have something genuine, and it's either tarnished or broken, do you still feel the same about it? Like my iPhone 6S Plus. I'm just trying to use an analogy. I loved it. But once that screen cracked, dude, I felt bitter. Like, I don't look at it the same. I don't treat it the same. I used to polish it and clean it. So once that lie comes out, is the relationship still the same? I know we talk about it, but can we move on and still be kosher?
I think in that instance, it has changed. And I'm just speaking from experience. And even for myself, I slowly have to say, okay, don't build up the wall. Extend grace, because you're not perfect either. It just takes sometimes I have to crawl before I can walk again. Go ahead, Laura.
I agree. Actually, you just need to throw the plate away and get another one. Go buy a brand new one.
Right. That's what most people
Start
do.
all over.
And that's expensive.
You have to realize you're not perfect.
Yes. And people fail to realize that.
Let you down.
People fail to realize that they are not perfect, and that you will unfortunately be let down, like you just said. But I'm with Jason. I can't tell a lie because I can't remember what the lie was to start with.
Listen.
So if you tell a lie, you have to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going with that same lie till eventually it winds up becoming a false truth in the first place.
False reality. Listen.
Yeah.
Laura, one of our Facebook friends just chimed in and said that they would like to know how you help your clients trust again.
What I recommend is that you look at how you've broken trust before. Because it's easy to point the finger at someone else and to point out all the ways that they hurt you and they broken your trust. But I think once you realize how much you have done it, you're able to forgive a lot quicker. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, be honest. Be honest with yourself and let them know, look, I'm still healing from this. While it happens until you attach to it. But I believe when you start looking at how you have that same easier. Yeah, but if you think, oh, I never have, it's a lot harder because you're putting yourself on a pedestal and you're sort of looking down at them versus understanding that we're all sinless creatures, we're all sinful creatures, that of us are without sin, and then you're able to have more empathy or at least be able to work towards reconciliation.
Right, and I think that is so important. So important. Sometimes you're right. You have to look in the mirror first to realize that you're right. We're all sinful creatures. We were, born into sin, and that you have to ask yourself, okay, well, have I lied before? Haven't I been dishonest? Haven't I, and
Sure,
like you said, it kind of humbles you to go, okay. Now I may have the wall up, but maybe my wall's not made out of brick. Maybe it's made out of paper. So, because now I realize that, I too have been guilty. And I may have also, done wrong at some point in time. And now I can say, okay, we can start this healing process because now I can put myself in your shoes.
And some people don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Another one of our Facebook followers, Patrice, says sometimes you got to literally start from scratch because it's too much pain there to repatch it. That tear may always be there.
Yes.
I agree with that. Depending upon the circumstance, it could be.
Now watch this. So think about, would you want to start from scratch all over again to try to build on those layers that you don't know about? So here comes the unexpected. Or would you rather deal with a situation that you already know about, know all the cards that's on the table, and then mend those? Because rather than because think about it, it's like playing with a whole new deck again. Don't know what the next card's going to come out. And now look how much time you have to spend to try to build that back up. I don't know. I like my old deck. I'm sorry.
I'm with you.
And then some of us have rule breakers and all that. I get that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, me and my 18 years, it ain't never perfect, but it's always, you know what? I know what to do. I can do better. I can be better. I want to be better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What you're dealing with. Right.
Now, when I get that Joker, I'm like, look, sweetheart, that Joker ain't working for me right now. I need a new hand. But Lord, that was great. I really appreciate that because now it makes me look back in the mirror and say, you know what? Before you dish it, you better be asking yourself, if that was me, how would I want to receive it?
Exactly.
And Patrice did clarify. She did say starting from scratch is still with the old deck.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
You just
I got you. Thank
flip
you.
them over.
Okay.
Wow, love it. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yep.
Because some people are ready to move on to the next one. Like, look,
That's true.
I'm like, really?
Right. And you got to start all over, completely all over again. Yeah. Number 10. Let's go to number 10, y'all. This is the last in our 10 commandments of marriage. I'll kind of look at these kind of as vows. But last in our 10 commandments of marriage. Number 10. Thou shalt not seek greener pastures, Mr. Entertainment. You was just talking about this. Whether they be those things physical or material. You were just talking about that. So in the sense of, being dishonest, you usually, some people throw that plate away, start with a whole new deck, and now you're looking on the other side because you're like, hey, I know what I have right here isn't worth it. So, but I seen over here, I can have a good time with him. I can have a good time with her.
That 80-20 rule, that 80-20 rule.
Exactly.
But you know what I realized, though, is that in seasons.
Okay.
So you have your summer season where your grass, my grass that I got at my house is super green.
Yeah.
But if you notice in the winter, it turns a different color. It turns like brown, or we think it's dead. It ain't dead. It's transforming to a new season, getting ready for that regrowth. Okay. Are you willing to go through that process for your grass to kind of keep recultivating itself? Folks, listen.
This man been here preaching.
Right?
This man is in here preaching.
I'm just saying, like, because I remember I had to grow up. You remember, guys, I like being honest. I had to grow up. And, sometimes you keep hearing these stories that, what are you going to do when you know, when the tops start dropping and all that, and you know, are you prepared for all that? Yes, I am. You know, I almost went there. So
for those who are on Facebook, you can actually see exactly Mr. Entertainment's gestures. What were you gonna say, Cody?
nothing.
Laura, we got to get you actually in the studio, so you can actually, if you're not watching us on Facebook, Laura, you can actually be in the studio to see exactly what goes on.
Because I didn't get a chance to ask my grandpa, you know, because they've been together for like 60-something years or whatever, and it's like, you know, he was there when she was in her ripe form, and then he was there when she was in her pruning stage, and you know,
and the same thing goes from the woman's perspective as well for the man.
The Go Green
As
commercial.
if y'all just stay fit and form all the time.
Hey,
That's not the case.
We just saying though.
You just saying what?
Do not engage in selfish fantasies. Be content with the one whom God has given you, and God will bless your lives together.
That's true.
Listen,
That is true. Sweep around your own front door.
Miss Laura, how does that sound? Like, are we willing to stay around and kind of watch our spouses kind of grow into older age? What would you recommend for that?
Hey, I think someone said it best. Do not despise the wife of your youth. You look for somebody to look better, but who's going to take care of you? Who knows you?
Yeah.
Who knows what you like and what you dislike? Who knows how to properly nourish your body? Do you really want to look around the yard and see who you think could take better care of you? Or do you want to stay safe with someone that has a proven record of taking good care of you? And I think that's what we really have to look at. And like you said, the seasons could be changing, or it could be turf. It may not even be real rough.
Exactly.
Stop looking at it.
Come on, artificial turf. You better preach,
and
Laura.
keep your eyes on your own grass. And
That done bless my soul right there.
if I need to help make this grass grow, do I need to be more kind, be more patient, be more understanding, forgiving? Well, let me plant that. And then with those, now my grass is sprouting. Because I'm not looking at your grass. I'm just keeping my focus on my grass because I want this for the long term.
You better come on.
Not what you have.
I'm my wife's fertilizer. Listen, I'm keeping my grass growing. You better say it, Miss Laura. I'm loving that. Listen.
Jason agrees with y'all. He says, my pasture is what I make it to be.
Work your grass.
So instead of focusing on someone else's grass, work your own grass. You got. I know with my own lawn, I got to make sure I take care of it, or else I'm gonna be looking at everybody else's going, "Why that grass green? I got patches in mine."
Because some people don't want to cut their neighbor's grass.
You know what? You remember that? Okay, I'm sorry. Right, because I'm taking care of my own lawn. That's why, Mr. Entertainment. That's why.
You preaching. I'm just
So,
encouraging.
Mr. Entertainment comes to my house one day, Lord. And we have a small patch of grass that connects our yard and our neighbor's yard. And there's obviously a division in line of where we have cut the grass on our side of the of this little patch, and the other grass is probably about 4 or 5 inches higher than ours.
He could have cut that man grass. He was right there.
He knocks on my door, and the first thing he says is, "Man, why you didn't cut your neighbor's grass? You was right there.
Right there.
Just cut their grass."
And he measured it down to the inches, like, and you could tell that line been there for years. Like, he ain't went over not 1 centimeter.
Because I was taking care of my own grass.
Congrats.
I'm making sure that my grass on my side of the fence.
Listen, first things first. Do
taken
you
care of?
I'm
It's
proud
taken
of
care
you. Hey, I'm glad you told me, because had you not told me, I'd be like, that's bitter.
Or petty one.
They don't cut mine.
My neighbor does all of our grass.
Wow. Great neighbor.
I need to
That's
live in
the
your
village.
neighborhood.
That's
Takes
the
a
village.
village.
I live in he just goes down the road. He cuts everybody's grass. Everybody's grass looks good.
And he know
But
who's
what
going in
makes-
everybody's
I know is that
window,
we don't
too.
take care of our own grass. Our neighbor does.
That's right.
So if you from another community and you come look over here, and you're like, wait a minute, how does all of that grass look good? You wouldn't know that we don't have the responsibility of taking care of it. Someone else does.
But
So therefore, all the grass looks green.
and even in that scenario, we as married couples should be able to feed off one another. We should be able to fertilize
Yeah.
each other and take care of each other, not necessarily in the sense of, envying or coveting someone else's, wife or husband, but in the sense of, if you've been through this situation before and I have not, why should I not be able to rely on you as another husband, Mr. Entertainment? Why should you not be able to rely on, Cody or Laura, to say, hey, I need a support system from a fellow believing wife that can help me keep my grass green. Go ahead.
And that's what I have here. I live in a very diverse community, and I must say, this community has been so supportive of not just my marriage, but of my family. Like, I can send my kids out, my neighbors going to watch it. I can tell them that I'm having issues, and they're going to come pray with me.
Wow.
And so I really think that is important. This community that I currently live in has been one of the most inclusive, helpful communities ever. And that is exactly what we need for marriages to succeed, because I need someone I'm going to talk to. I need wise counsel around me so that I can say, hey, this is what I'm battling with. Can you help me?
Yes.
Can you pray for me? How did you deal with this? And that's how we grow together. I think so many times we do that, just focus on you and yourself, that we forget that other people are drowning and we have the life to give them. Or we have the seeds to give them too, if they ask us, so that their grass can become greener.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I think that's our charge as marriage coaches, to be able to foster that type of environment and encourage other couples to create that marriage village, as I like to call it.
Even in your neighborhood, though, why not start in your own area? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Ty, cut the man's grass and invite him over for cookies or something.
Right.
But you know what, though? My neighbor, they actually reached out to us for a dinner date, and they're like 20 years older than us.
Okay.
Nice.
It was so awesome, like Laura was saying, because now I'm able to pick their brains on, hey, what keeps you guys together, and now they want to go out again. I'm like, well, they actually liked it,
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. So I thought that was awesome.
That's very good.
Excellent. That is excellent. Yeah, I mean, I wish we lived in a tight-knit community, because obviously, as you can see, I don't cut my neighbor's grass. But no, seriously.
We have to show kindness in order to reap kindness.
Correct.
So we've got to be the first ones to
partaker.
extend that.
I let them come. I let the little kids come play in our yard. Just saying.
Put a pie on their front door.
Put a pie on their front door.
I'm sorry, Mr. Entertainment. This day and age, I don't know if many people would actually eat that.
Oh, they don't do that no more?
No.
I don't think so.
Listen.
Unless you've already gotten to know them and you trust them.
Well, no. In my old neighborhood, when I first moved to North Carolina, our neighbors did actually bring us some cookies.
It's called a petty pie. He needs a petty pie. He put that pie on that neighbor's door and be like, look, I cut your grass and box some patty pie right there.
Some patty pie.
Listen. You know what?
You in the corner. Go in the
Fix
corner.
that relationship, Ty.
So, yes, that is our 10 commandments of marriage, y'all. Oh, my gosh. Again, to me, they're kind of like vows. You have to kind of keep these things as rules of engagement. Joe says no pie. You keep these things the rules of engagement, to your marriage. You have to have some rules to govern yourselves by. And these last 3 are excellent ones to be able to sustain a healthy and successful marriage for all couples. Laura, question for you. So can you tell us a little more about Love Harder Marriage Coaching?
Is a resource that I use to actually bring people together to exactly what you just said, where we can come in and we can actually interact with each other and pick each other's brains. I do it in a way of an obstacle course, and we start from the beginning. Started because a lot of my male friends would not attend marriage events because they felt like they were being preached at.
Right.
But their wives knew that they needed to go to something to help make their my male friends, they said, well, like this, and they came. And so this is what birthed Love Harder Marriage was an obstacle course.
Nice.
3 obstacle courses. We work on trust, communication, and teamwork. And so you go through each obstacle course, and you yourself are able to identify your weaknesses as a couple. And at the end of the obstacle course, you can talk about weaknesses and develop a plan on how to overcome those in the future. There's one, well, there's actually 4, but that's an opportunity for you to sit in a group or other couples and you pull scenarios, and then you talk about how how to address those scenarios, and that's where you get the wisdom from the different couples, and you're able to communicate in a non-threatening environment, storming together. And so I just love marriage. I love what marriage represents. I love what God desires for us to obtain through marriage. Through the heart, I reached. Well, it's not ready to be sold, but it's called Your Marriage is Worth Fighting For. And it's just a bunch of scenarios that I've people that I've communicated with. But it's actually scriptures that tell you how to deal with those scenarios in the Word of God. So I'm really excited about that.
Amen.
Good deal. Good deal. We're excited about that as well. So we'll definitely have to have you come back and share that with us. How can people get in contact with you if they wanted to get in contact with you?
Well, right now you can contact me on Instagram at Love Heart of Marriage and Facebook at Love Heart of Marriage Coaching.
Gotcha. Cool beans. And we appreciate you joining in our conversation today on the Ty and Cody on Purpose show.
Thanks for having me.
We are so excited to again meet like-minded individuals who have a passion to see marriages succeed and to do it in their own way. Like, who would have thought, a marriage obstacle course would be a way to be able to get couples to, interact, and especially, like you said, to get husbands, involved, because, husbands are the ones in most cases who are the most reluctant to get help when it comes to relationships and marriages. So that way that you've actually found is genius, in my opinion. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the things that you're doing. I'm excited for the things that you have upcoming. Again, in just a way to encourage and inspire and empower, individuals and couples to give their best in this journey that we call marriage. If you don't mind me asking, how long have you and your husband been together?
We will be married 9 years this coming July.
Come on now.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So as of course, it's love. It's work, but again, like you said, that's love, and you have to love harder in order to do it.
That's right.
So we appreciate, again, you calling in and you being a part of the Ty and Cody on Purpose show. If at any point in time you ever want to, join the show again, feel free to give us a call. We are here each and every Monday from 8 to 9 p.m. on Facebook, as well as on WBNDradio.com. We appreciate our tune-in family, our WBND family, and our Facebook family. We love you all. Again, check out Love Harder on Instagram as well as on Facebook, and check out Laura Gethers there. And she didn't say it, but I've seen some of her YouTube videos, and she has some great messages.
Check her out.
She has some great messages, you all. Check her out. I guarantee you she has a word for you that is scripturally based, as she said as well. Again, it's our time to go. We appreciate everyone for tuning in. Again, the Ty and Cody on Purpose show each and every Monday right here on WBND. And for our Facebook family, we love you as well. Thank y'all for tuning in, where we live purposefully.
Love purposefully.
Ty and Cody on Purpose.
We're out.
Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Facebook family. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We appreciate you for being a part of our conversation, Laura. We appreciate our Facebook family as well. Again, you all can always go back and share this video with your family, with your friends, and with whoever you choose to share, the video with.
And your spouse.
And your spouses. Exactly. Again, don't forget, Facebook family, go to Love Harder Marriage Coaching on Facebook as well as Instagram. I guarantee you will be blessed with Miss Laura Gethers. Thanks, Laura. We appreciate you. I will be in contact with you.
Are you cooking tonight? Yes, if we're not going out tonight now.
How was your day?
Fine. How was your day? want to go to a movie.
I'm good.
Does this look like your marriage? Does your marriage feel strained?
Do you feel like your marriage is slipping away? Is your communication not effective?
Reboot your marriage with the Purposeful Life Marriage Coaching, where we're here to help guide and give you the tools you need to make your marriage healthy and successful.
Visit us at aplmcoaching.com.
Or you may contact us via email at coach@aplmcoaching.com or give us a call at 888-466-6104. Live purposefully,
Love purposefully,
because your marriage matters.